It's Kerrigan Catlin here. Most of you guys know my dad, Brian Catlin. He is the pastor here at Salem Christian Fellowship Church. I have been asked to give a word of encouragement, and I really want to focus on encouraging, students out there, college students out there, teachers out there. This has affected the education department a lot, and I feel like, I hope that I can give as much, encouragement as possible. So I want to start out with a verse, Joshua 1:9, and it says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous." Let me repeat that. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So this verse has opened my eyes a lot. It has been definitely an encouraging word for me. I know everyone's in panic about this coronavirus. I know everyone's, saying like, what are we going to do? Like, who do we turn to? And this verse is saying, turn to God. And I want to stress that God did not create this virus. I don't believe that at all. God creates beautiful things, but he also turns the bad things into good. And I believe that, especially in this season, God has turned everything in my life from bad to the better. And I want to say this because I have had such a rough time adjusting from college life to my now home life. Just a little bit about me. I attend Mansfield University in Pennsylvania, now known as Zoom University. Most of you guys know it, and if you don't, you're lucky. So basically, a lot of us college students, a lot of us students who are in high school, elementary, middle school, we have had to transition to either online learning or packet learning or something that's not inside the school within 6 feet of a person. So basically, this has been a very trying time on educators. This has been a very trying time on students. I think this has really given us a chance to understand each other. I believe that this has given us a chance to take a break from having to go to classes, having to wake up and be, scrambling around, getting ready for the bus, getting ready to climb up that giant hill up to the music building. So I want to really stress that things are going to be okay. One thing that I have been struggling with is that when I was in school, I could hang out with all my friends. I could, go out to the gym and work out. I could, go up to the dining hall, socialize. I could go wherever I wanted on campus. And, I could go bowling. I could go out to eat. I mean, who does not like going out to eat? Like, come on, it's the best thing. So not being able to do all that has been such a struggle for me. Not being able to have that teacher-student instruction has definitely been something that I'm still trying to adjust to it, honestly. I'm here to encourage you, but I'm also here to relate with you, like saying, I get it. Like, this has been so hard on all of us. I guess if I had one thing that I really wanted to stress to the students is don't give up. Keep going, keep studying. I applaud you. I applaud anyone who is in elementary school, middle school, and high school right now who have to go to online learning. Because when I was in school, let's say I graduated high school about 4 years ago, those years were tough, and I was in school. Being there with the teachers, being there with that instruction, that face-to-face instruction, being there with all my friends, it was hard. I can't imagine. I mean, I can kind of imagine, but, developing all those social skills and, especially for the seniors, like, goodness, I feel you. And I'm so sorry that you've had to lose out on this, on your big year, your senior year. My friends in college, who are supposed to be graduating this year and can't graduate, my heart is like, wow, it breaks for you. But if I can just say this, it's gonna be okay. You've had to switch up your life. You've had to switch up your routines. I can't function without a plan. So for plans to just suddenly change, it's horrible. Having to miss out on my friends from school, having to miss out on their senior recitals, or some of them their junior recitals, having to miss out on that. And commencement, I was fortunate to have had my associate's degree commencement, and some of my friends back at Onondaga Community College will not have that, and some of my friends across all colleges. This isn't just New York State, this is the whole country we're talking about here. And it's definitely, it's hard not to panic. It's very hard not to panic during these times. It's very hard not to get into that mood like, oh my gosh, like I'm so terrified. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know how to go through this. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like my college career is like ending, and I don't even get to. There's no closure for me. Like what am I gonna do? God's got this. He knows that this has been rough. He knows that all these teachers have been spending countless nights getting all these curriculums ready for the whole semester. He knows that us students, we are struggling, but he also knows that we can come out of this. Like, this is not the end. It's not the apocalypse. It's not the end of the world. And it's, and I watched a VeggieTales thing when I was little, and then they said, God is bigger than the boogeyman. He's bigger than Godzilla or the monsters on TV. Don't judge me. Yes, I still watch VeggieTales. But that song, like, it gets me through the day. Like, God is bigger than coronavirus. He's bigger than Godzilla. Yeah, like, he is. He's bigger than all of this. He's bigger than us. He's bigger than the virus. He's bigger than the universe. Like, if he can create the universe in 7 days, if he can create the universe in 7 days, he could get rid of the coronavirus in the snap of his finger. But you know why he hasn't? Because this is our chance to really get to know him more, get to spend time with our family more, get to spend time taking a breath. Like, we've been so caught up in all of life around us, where we've, like I said, I was caught up in my college life. I came home, I didn't want to be home. What college kid wants to be home following all the rules and but sometimes you have to do that, and sometimes it's life, and sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. I must say, I've had a lot of positive moments here when I was home. My baby niece, Amora, she is the cutest thing ever. When I was in college, I think last year, I wasn't really able to see her grow as much. But now I get to see her every day. It's really nice to be able to see the family. It's really nice to be able to see my parents. I feel awful. I told my mom the first night I came home, this was not my choice. I do not want to be here. I do not want to be here having to follow all your rules, do the dishes. I didn't have to do the dishes when someone told me to. I told myself when I was doing the dishes. Yeah. And I think this has brought out all of our bad sides. I think this has brought out, fear in all of us. And I think we all just need to take a chill pill. We all need to calm down. I think students, I encourage you to not always give in to what the media is saying. I encourage you to, if you really want to know the truth, read your Bible, because that's really the only way you're going to get through this virus. That's not to say, listen to science. There might be some different things that you can do. But really, focus on your schoolwork. You're gonna get through this. This is gonna end. Don't go into a panic attack. Trust me, I have them. They're not fun. Just try to stay as calm as possible. Don't go out and see all your friends and party at the park, because I really don't want this virus, and I don't think anyone else does. So just stay home and wash your hands. That's, everyone's saying that as a joke, but please wash your hands. And lastly, to close, I'm going to be honest, I've never done this before, so I'm sorry if this was a train wreck. I'm going to be honest with you, this whole time has been very trying. When my dad came and asked me to do this, I'm like, you want me to encourage people when I'm still not really encouraged myself. But then, I've got encouraged. I read the Bible. I, came up with things to say. I kind of wanted to plan this out. I'm like thinking to myself, how am I supposed to be a light in this hard time when I'm kind of keeping it dim myself? But then I realized, I've personally gone through a lot of things medically. If you guys know me, you know this. But God has gotten me out of this a lot, like all of it. God has gotten me through a lot of tough times. And I think that when He wants to, and when He feels that it's time, this coronavirus will be defeated. We already know that it has been defeated. It's been defeated 2,000 years ago when Jesus died on the cross. I'm being really completely raw and real. This has not been rehearsed. I just want to really encourage all of you to keep pushing forward. Don't be discouraged. Be strong. Be courageous. And together, with God's help, we will get through this.